Every era produces a few individuals whose stories inspire millions across the world. These are people who begin life with no special advantages, no powerful connections, and no clear roadmap to success. They struggle, they fail repeatedly, and yet they persist. Jack Ma is one of those individuals. Today, Jack Ma is known as the founder of Alibaba Group, one of the largest e-commerce and technology companies in the world. His name is associated with innovation, entrepreneurship, and global business success. But before the fame, the billions, and the influence, Jack Ma was a shy, skinny boy from a poor family in China who failed exams, was rejected from countless jobs, and was told again and again that he would never succeed. This is not just the story of a businessman. This is the story of resilience, belief, vision, and courage. It is the story of how failure can become the greatest teacher and how determination can turn impossible dreams into reality. Jack Ma was born on September 10, 1964, in Hangzhou, a historic city in eastern China. His birth name was Ma Yun. He grew up during a time when China was still largely closed to the outside world, and opportunities were extremely limited. His parents were traditional musicians and storytellers, earning very little money. Life was simple and often difficult. From an early age, Jack Ma showed curiosity about the world beyond China. When he was around 12 years old, China began opening up to foreign tourists. Hangzhou became a destination for visitors, and young Ma Yun saw this as an opportunity. Every morning, he rode his bicycle for nearly 40 minutes to a nearby hotel just to practice English with tourists. For 9 years, without missing a single day, he acted as a free tour guide for foreigners. He did not do this for money. He did it for learning. One of the tourists gave him the nickname Jack because they found Ma Yun difficult to pronounce. That nickname would later become known across the globe. Despite his passion for learning, Jack Ma was not a good student in the traditional sense. He struggled academically, especially in mathematics. He failed China's highly competitive college entrance exam not once, but twice. Many students would have given up after such failures, but Jack Ma tried again. On his third attempt, he finally passed and was accepted into Hangzhou Normal University. Jack Ma graduated in 1988 with a degree in English. At that time, a university degree was considered a guaranteed path to a stable career. However, reality was very different for him. After graduation, Jack Ma applied for more than 30 different jobs and was rejected by all of them. He applied to be a police officer and was told he was not good enough. When KFC opened its first restaurant in Hangzhou, 24 people applied for jobs. 23 were hired. Jack Ma was the only one rejected. Even when he applied to Harvard University, he was rejected 10 times. Eventually, he found work as an English teacher at a local university, earning about $12 a month. The salary was low, but Jack Ma enjoyed teaching. He believed education had the power to change lives, even if it did not bring wealth. At this stage in his life, nothing suggested he would become a billionaire or a global entrepreneur. But what Jack Ma lacked in success, he made up for in vision and persistence. In 1995, Jack Ma took a trip to the United States as a translator. During this visit, he was introduced to the internet for the first time. Curious, he searched for the word China online and found almost nothing. This moment changed his life. Jack Ma immediately realized the potential of the internet, especially for connecting Chinese business to the global market. He returned to China filled with ideas. Along with a few friends, he started his first internet company called China Pages, which aimed to create websites for Chinese companies. The company struggled. Many people did not understand the internet and few were willing to invest. Eventually, the project failed, but Jack Ma gained something far more valuable than money: experience. Later, he worked for China's Ministry of Foreign Trade and Economic Cooperation, where he learned more about global business and government systems. Still, he felt constrained. He wanted to build something of his own. In 1999, Jack Ma gathered 17 friends in his small apartment in Hangzhou. He had no money, no technical background, and no proven business success. What he had was a bold vision. He explained his idea, an online marketplace that would connect Chinese manufacturers with buyers from around the world. At the time, e-commerce was still new, and China had limited internet access. Many thought the idea was unrealistic. Jack Ma named the company Alibaba, inspired by the story of Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. He liked the name because it was easy to pronounce in many languages and symbolized opening doors to hidden treasures. The early days were extremely difficult. The company struggled to survive. Employees worked long hours for little pay, believing in Jack Ma's vision rather than financial reward. Jack Ma often reminded his team that customers come first, employees second, and shareholders third, a philosophy that would define Alibaba's culture. As Alibaba began to grow, competition increased. One of the biggest challenges came from eBay, which entered the Chinese market with massive resources and global experience. Many believed Alibaba would be crushed. Instead of fighting eBay directly, Jack Ma made a bold move. He launched Taobao, a consumer-to-consumer platform similar to eBay, but tailored specifically to Chinese users. Taobao allowed free listings, something eBay did not offer. It also focused on trust and community. Against all expectations, Taobao won. eBay eventually withdrew from China. This victory was a turning point. Alibaba expanded rapidly, launching services such as Alipay, a digital payment system that helped build trust in online transactions. At a time when credit cards were rare in China, Alipay transformed how people did business. In 2014, Alibaba went public on the New York Stock Exchange. The initial public offering, IPO, raised $25 billion, making it the largest IPO in history at that time. Jack Ma became one of the richest people in the world, but wealth was never his primary motivation. He often spoke about creating opportunities for small businesses and helping young people achieve their dreams. He believed that technology should empower the weak, not just serve the powerful. Jack Ma became a global speaker, sharing his philosophy on entrepreneurship, leadership, and failure. He openly discussed his mistakes and encouraged others not to fear failure. Jack Ma's leadership style was unconventional. He believed that leaders should serve others, not control them. He emphasized emotional intelligence over technical skills and believed that attitude mattered more than talent. One of his most famous beliefs is that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. He often said that if you are young, you should make mistakes. According to him, people who never fail never truly grow. Stepping down and life beyond Alibaba. In 2019, on his 55th birthday, Jack Ma stepped down as chairman of Alibaba. He returned to his original passion, education. He established foundations to support teachers, education, and environmental causes. He also began focusing on mentoring young entrepreneurs. Though no longer at the center of Alibaba's operations, his influence remains strong. Jack Ma's life story is proof that success is not determined by early achievements, exam scores, or job titles. It is shaped by persistence, courage, and the willingness to learn from failure. From a poor student who failed exams and job interviews to the founder of one of the world's largest technology companies, Jack Ma's journey inspires millions around the globe. His story reminds us that rejection is not the end. Failure is not defeat, And dreams, no matter how impossible they seem, can become reality if you refuse to give up. Jack Ma once said that today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Most people give up tomorrow evening, but those who endure change the world, and that is the true legacy of Jack Ma.